Marsha Blackburn for more on this. Senator, the president spoke yesterday with Walmart and Target, as well as Gerber and Rickett. He did not speak to Abbott Labs, which is the biggest manufacturer of baby formula in this country, and they're the ones that are shut down. I thought that was kind of curious. What do you think of what this administration and this president are doing to address this looming crisis?
John, the way they operate is to wait for something to become a crisis. They don't anticipate, they don't work ahead of the game. And whether it is Ukraine, Afghanistan, taxes, inflation, the border, or now this baby formula crisis, they wait until it is falling apart. And my heart breaks for these families that are diligently searching. Tennessee has been one of the hardest hit states. 54% of the major formulas that are used for babies are out of stock. So parents are calling around to relatives and friends that live in other states. They're paying to get things shipped into them so that their children have the formula that they need. And what we need the president to do is an Operation Warp Speed for baby formula. He should get everybody at the White House and solve this today.
You know, the FDA warning went out to Abbott on February the 17th that there was potentially a problem with their formula, which Abbott continues to say is not a problem with their formula. Yet that plant is still closed. I mean, this was a slow motion train wreck that this administration should have seen coming down the track. How much of where we are now, Senator, is a result of restrictive and burdensome regulations that really make it difficult to import formula even from places like Canada, or to get new formulations of formula out on the market without having to go through a 90-day waiting period?
Well, and see, you're talking about thinking ahead of the game. When you see something on the horizon, and this is what they don't do. They don't do that planning, and they should have been informing parents that there was a problem. They should have been informing pediatricians that there was a problem rather than waiting to this point. Now, if they were to get the FDA and Abbott and the others in the same room and say, tell us what are the roadblocks, what red tape should we remove, where should we put a pre-clearance situation in place to speed up this production, how should we be waiving the restrictions on the EU and the UK to import this formula, that is something that would bring some short-term relief and some mid-term relief. But this is something they would need to address long-term. Look at the supply chain. See where the vulnerabilities are in that supply chain. And John, Senator Menendez and I had a bill that came out of Commerce Committee yesterday looking at the MEP database so that we can deal with these supply chains and speed up moving some of these critical items to the marketplace for American consumers.
So Senator, yesterday, the press secretary, Jen Psaki, suggested that the administration has known about this for a long time and has been working to address it. Listen to what she said.
This is work that's been underway for months. That's how we increase the supply.
So she said the same thing about the supply chain crisis last fall, that they had been working on it for months. They knew it was coming down the pike, and yet it continued to get worse. Same thing's happening here.
It is the same thing that is happening. And John, the thing is, if they knew about it, they didn't say or do anything about it. They chose to just kind of sweep it under the rug and hope that it was going to go away. The American people are tired of this. You go to the grocery store, the shelves are partially full. And yet we're finding out, you go to the border and the Border Patrol are sending out the pictures of the amount of baby formula that is there for people that are illegally entering this country. And as I said at the beginning, whether it's Ukraine or Afghanistan, whether it is inflation, the tax hikes, the open border, the out of control spending, this baby formula issue, the American people have had it with what this administration is not doing to make certain that this country is hitting on all cylinders. And for this to become a crisis situation when they could take the template of an Operation Warp Speed and they could solve this issue, it is unacceptable.
Senator Marsha Blackburn of the great state of Tennessee, good to catch up with you. I hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you.
You know, we should point out, too,